going to throw a cylinder on the potter's wheel. Make sure you have all your tools. You have a bowl of water, you have your sponge, your rib, a wire, your throwing bat, which is black, and it is on the wheel correctly with the pegs, a plaster bat. I always like to have some dry paper towel. All right, with your gumdrop form that has been kneaded and wedged into the correct form, you're going to throw it onto the center. I did this last time, okay. Plop it right on, and then I recommend sort of knock it around till it gets close to on center. Make sure your wheel is on and turning in the correct direction, which it is because I'm right-handed. I want it to go counterclockwise. We need to, before you touch the clay, you want to make sure you look at your hand position. Your non-writing hand is at a right angle with the side of the hand on the wheel and the heel of the hand pressing against the clay. Your writing hand is out like you're saying stop, and then you're going to take that ring and forefinger down right over the center of the gumdrop so that you get a nice flat top when you center it. Always make sure that the wheel, the clay, and your hands are wet and it is spinning before you try. Elbows in, hunch all the way over. The objective is for your arms not to move. Notice that my fingers are very straight and I'm holding myself extremely still. Once you get it on center, you're going to cone the pot. Notice that the right arm kicked out, so my elbow's near my knee. And then I'm going to push it back down. And then you re-center the clay. Look how straight those fingers are. Second cone. And smush it down. Re-center. You see how the pinky is directly over the center of the blob, so you have a nice flat top to your gumdrop. Next is opening it up. Take your non-writing hand, make an L with your thumb and forefinger, pick your elbow up so that your finger goes in straight, aim for the target right in the center. It doesn't have to be spinning very fast. And with even pressure, go straight down. Add some water, widen that first hole, just use 2 fingers. Then you want to take and pull straight back. In my case, since I'm right-handed, I'm going to pull straight back towards my right thigh. Try not to let the noise of the wheel mess you up. My clay felt like it was a little wobbly, so I took and recentered just a tiny bit before I did anything else. This technique again is called pinch and level. No pressure, you're just sort of holding the rim, and you use your writing hand to just lay your finger across the top, and that helps keep it nice and stable. Take your rib that has the right angle, hold it vertically on the wall, using your middle finger on the inside wall, press into the side of the rib, creating a nice vertical edge for your cylinder. And now we can start to pull the walls up. With this 1-pound ball of clay, we're going for something about the volume of a coffee mug. Hold your hands like a butterfly. I cross my fingers and I'm going to reach in with my middle fingers. Scoot to where you are directly over, in my case, the right wall. Lift. Keeping your middle fingers aligned. Pull right up towards your nose. After every pull, you do the pinch and the level. Make sure your hands are nice and wet and the clay is spinning before you ever touch the pot. And I'm going to go one more time. If you scrape up some clay as you go, try not to let it throw you off. Pinch and level. And check the vertical side of the pot. Again, stand it straight up and down. Press in. I think I'm going to pull one more time. I'm going to use 2 fingers this time. This time I'm going to let my middle finger sort of rest in between the first and the second. And I may have left some grooves with my fingernail. I think I did. Last checked for vertical. Notice you'll see my middle finger is coming up towards the pointy part of the rib. Just making sure the wall's evenly thick. I'm going to thin the bottom. I'm going to go in like this, up at a 45 and back towards me at a 45. This carves a little bit of the clay off the bottom so it's not quite so thick. Last check. Oh, I noticed there was there's clay on the inside that's stuck, so I'm going to try to remove it with a sponge, so otherwise it might not work so good. Then up the edge, around the top, dry out the middle, and I'm going to press a little bit right in the center to make sure the bottom stays nice and smooth, except for it didn't. I've got a yucky bottom, but I'll try one more time, press a little harder. It looked like the bottom had a belly button, but now it's better. All right. Okay, so now we dry your hands. This helps get off. I should have done the water first. I'll just use sponge to help me get the water on there. Like you're flossing a brontosaurus between the thumbs. You go straight down, barely turn the pot so you're dragging the string through the water. Push down, 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 pull it back towards your belly until it pops off. Make sure your bat is where you can easily access it. Little shift and a turn, and then with a pound of clay with the walls approximately a little less than 1/4 of an inch thick or right around there, you should end up with a coffee mug, like a 10-ounce to 12-ounce mug. All right, your goal today, the first day you're in the clay room, is to just center the clay.